I love building LEGO Star Wars creations, and in this video I'll be attempting to recreate 3 scenes from Star Wars The Clone Wars in LEGO, each in a limited time. First one in 3 minutes, second one in 30 minutes and third one in 3 hours. For the 3 minutes creation we are going to recreate this scene on the dark planet of Umbara. I'm starting with a simple black foundation, for which I will add a blue light stripe seen on the roads of Umbara. Now I'm placing corner wedge tiles to form the damage road we can see in the episode during 501st Retreat. What's left to do is adding some characteristic smaller plants, and let's add 5s to the diorama. I'm quite happy with this simple but screen accurate little diorama. Let's move on to the 30-minute scene. For the 30 minutes creation we are going to recreate one of the most heartbreaking moments of the show, where 501st and 212 forces were sent to deal with Umbarans, only to find out that they shot their own men. Firstly, I'm creating a simple black frame which will work great with the rest of the diorama. Using various size tiles and plates, let's create the first layer of the terrain. For the second layer I'm placing larger plates with addition of different wedge elements to smoothly transition the elements of the terrain. Let's nicely finish off the remaining part of the terrain by using black tiles, plates and some specialty bricks. The terrain is now finished, and look at these awesome reflections on the black tiles. By using LEGO tires I'm going to make some of the exotic plants from Umbara. I'm attaching a flex tube as a main support structure for this design. Then I'll put a LEGO tires in various sizes to recreate desired shapes for these plants. At the finish I add a trans red cone piece for better resemblance of the source material. With 3 main plants ready, it's time to build some smaller plants and unique vegetation that clones have encountered on Umbara. Let's add all the minifigures. I'm glad how nicely this build turned out. I think I managed to translate the unique look of Umbara into a LEGO diorama very well, which allowed to recreate this tragic scene. For the 3 hours creation we are going to this speeder battle between Republic forces searching for missing colonies and the droids trying to stop them. First let's prepare the black frame for nicer aesthetic. Then let's fill up the base plate to make inner support structure, on which I'll attach bigger plates to have stronger foundation to build on. I'm starting the terrain, for which I chose 2 primary colors being dark grey and olive green, as I think they fit the color palette of the scene the best. I decided to go for snow technique, so building on the side to make the village pattern we could see in the episode, with stones surrounded by lines of grass. This is turning out really nicely and greatly resembles the location. In the meantime let's build the droid speeder, for which I had already prepared my own design. My main goal for this speeder was to be able to actually put the droid on it, and it was quite tricky, but I managed to nicely scale it to the minifigure. Now let's duplicate this design to make another speeder. To position these speeders on the diorama I'll use some trans clear elements. Let's continue the terrain, for which I'm extending the stones covered with olive green grass by using various elements to make it a bit more realistic and interesting to look at. I really like how nicely the texture of the stones came out. Let's quickly cover the grass areas with some plants. Now I'm going to design one of the tall and thin trees we could see in the episode. The upper section with leaves will be very flimsy and definitely not the best technique wise, but I'm going for accurate look to the show. And I'm really satisfied with how this tree came out, but for my own peace of mind I will take it off for now. Let's finish this remaining area, where there will be located some kind of architectural element of this village. I'm honestly not sure what it is, but it's there. I'm using here primarily tan and dark tan color with some hinge pieces to add curvature to this design. What's left to do is building the Republic bark speeder, for which I'll use my design, where I also made sure to be able to accurately put the minifigure, like you would normally see the drivers of the speeders in the show. So the main section is completed, let's move on to the sidecar for Captain Rex, which I wanted to be mainly in accurate color scheme and in scale to my bark speeder. Let's connect the completed sidecar to the speeder. I'm happy how great this bark speeder with sidecar turned out. Let's reattach the tree and let's add the speeders. I'm very happy with this diorama. It really nicely captures the scene from the reference Clone Wars episode, which I have always enjoyed so much, and makes it a truly unique LEGO Star Wars creation. If you enjoyed these creations, check out my other LEGO creation visible on the screen.